Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I got my first freelance clients as a beginner without knowing any service. So I apologize if it's a bit dark. I wanted to get this out today and it is nighttime. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I started, how I made my first portfolio, and I guess it's because I had so little clue what I was doing and I still managed to get freelance clients, and I was living in a hostel on the other side of the world without knowing anyone, and I still managed to do it. So that's kind of what I want to show you guys today. I'm just going to walk you through exactly how I did it. So starting out, as every single freelancer or person who wants to start freelancing probably does, I searched up on internet how to start freelancing. And the number one or the number two thing that comes up is that they tell you to sign up to Upwork or other freelancing sites. So that's what I did. I signed up to Upwork and I started applying for jobs. But in my position, I was traveling, I was backpacking on the other side of the world, and I didn't have any money. So I couldn't bear spending money on these connects because I couldn't. By the way, for Upwork, you have to spend connects to apply to jobs. And there was absolutely no return for me because even if I applied and even if I write a personalized cover letter and etc., I didn't have any reviews, I didn't have any testimonials, I didn't have anything to go off of. And I was competing either against like $3 an hour VAs or with people with $150,000 on Upwork with like tons of experience and tons of reviews. So I was just like sitting there and thinking, well, how do I do it? Now, I was consuming a ton of business content at the time around acquisition and how to get clients because I was just trying to learn so much about what I could offer. And doing that, I stumbled upon the world of cold outreach. So that's what I did. I sat down and I was like, hey, I've decided that I'm going to offer social media management. And how am I going to get clients? Well, I'm actually going to cold call people. So that's what I did. I was in New Zealand. I bought an online phone number and I just picked up the phone and I called people and just like tried to pitch my service. I was like, hey, I think I was saying that I was a student and I was just trying to get free work just because I was trying to get some sort of testimonials. And even then, I only got one sales call. I didn't close it and I realized that I absolutely hated cold calling. So my way around that is I was like, okay, I need to stick behind a screen because I'm not about to call people all day long. So that's what brought me eventually to Instagram. And I was like, I'm going to do Instagram outreach. And I decided on my service that I was going to offer social media management. Why? Well, simply because I was like, okay, I can sort of video edit. I'm sure I can learn how to like post content and create a social media strategy. So I did I think HubSpot has a course that I did, which is a really good course for beginners. And I just followed their course and I just started reaching out to people. Now, since I was traveling, I was really into like hotels and Airbnbs and design. And I was like, whoa, if I'm watching this all day, then I probably have an idea of the type of content that I could create for these businesses. So I'm going to niche down and work with Airbnbs. So that's what I did. So I basically, why am I reporting a problem? I do not want to report a problem. Let's move this Luma over. I came to Instagram and I searched hashtag Airbnbs. And I searched it up and I would go through every single post and I would message them. So I would click on this post. She's not, oh, you have Airbnbs right here. So I would come right here and I would message them. Now, I messaged hundreds of Airbnbs, so I wouldn't even be surprised if I texted them. I haven't, but I messaged thousands of Airbnbs. I would sign up to Instagram, and every single morning I would send 10 DMs, and I would go to work and send 10 DMs at lunch, and after work I'd send another 30 DMs. And I had 2 accounts because Instagram limits you to 50 per account, so I would send 100 DMs a day, which is Alex Ramosey's rule of 100. So basically that's what I did to make my first clients. But then I would reach out, I would send them a message, I would say, hey, I'm a video editor, I would love to send you some info about what I do. Or I'd record them a Loom and I'd say, hey, I made you your social media strategy. But the issue that I was running into is that they would keep asking me for my portfolio and my experience, and I couldn't showcase any. And I wanted to get paid for my work, so I didn't want to like tell them that I didn't have any experience. So what I then decided to do is I was like, hey, I'm going to work for free for some people, send it to them, and create my portfolio. And this right here is the exact first portfolio that I made. And you're going to see that it's not very good. I remade my portfolio about 3 weeks ago, and it's much, much better than this. I just had a bunch of stuff that was completely useless. I had an about me section, my services, and I didn't end up offering any of these services eventually. I made this like a few times. I had blogging too, because I was like, I can write. I'm sure someone's going to pay me for writing. They didn't. And that's basically what my portfolio looks like. So I just had some stats. And since I didn't have any work and I wanted to showcase like my sense of style, I made mood boards for like these massive hotels. And I didn't actually say that I worked for them. I just showcased like that in my portfolio. And I then made free reels and TikToks. So what I did is I went into these big Airbnb pages, people that my dream client who I wanted to work with, and then I would download their content, edit their content, packaged up in like a bunch of different viral formats, and I would send it back to them, and I would showcase this work on my portfolio. And when I was talking to the clients, when I was on sales meetings, I would never say that I worked with them. I would just showcase like the type of work that I do and say, hey, this is what I can do for you. So I think the point of this video, and the point of like, if you don't know how to start, is just that you can't start if you just have to go out and do it yourself. You can't wait for people to reach out to you. You can't wait to magically gain experience. You have to create that experience. You're going to have to work for free, and then you're going to have to go out and get clients. And finally, I was like offering a strategy, and I was like, hey, do you want to build your brand? Come over and send me an email. But realistically, no one was sending me emails. I was doing 100 reach outs a day minimum on Instagram and just DMing so many people. So that's how I got my first like 5 clients, was purely through Instagram DMs. And then I moved over to Upwork. In the video I posted yesterday, I explained completely my Upwork system about how you can get your first freelance clients without any like previous work or experience through Upwork. And if I was starting again, this is what I do, because it's so much more efficient than just cold DMing every day. Basically, you are finding company names in the descriptions of job postings, because these are hot leads. Like, it's not cold outreach like I was doing. And when you reach out to them directly through a bunch of different platforms and you reach out in a personalized manner, they're way more receptive. And like, I don't know what the percentages of people who are getting on calls with me from Upwork versus my cold outreach, but it's like, I don't know, 700% more. It's something, it's absurd. Anyway, so check out my video from yesterday if you want to learn the Upwork outreach method. And I hope this video inspired you that if you don't have any experience in any reviews and you don't know what you're doing, that it is possible to start and keep going.